County Speedway in Corning, Iowa. Hey, I know you can hear me. Welcome to Pitside Live here at Adams County Speedway in Corning, Iowa. We are racing, everyone. It is May 3rd. Mother Nature decided to hold off just enough for us to get us racing, so we should be live with you, everyone. I don't think my intro is playing right, so I'm going to have to get with our technical guys because I don't think our intro was playing, so it's hard to tell when we came in here, but I do believe we're going live right now. So, tell you what, boys, this is Cliff Baldwin. I'm here with Evan Baldwin and Cole Hendrickson. The best part of the night is that we're racing after 2 weeks off. Got our first weekend and first April race in I don't know how many years, but Mother Nature really made us work our butts off today.
She gave us one in April and then not another one.
Yeah.
And I really didn't think we were going to race tonight.
No, I mean, it's like what I told you. I was delivering mail today, getting ready to go to another track with Hunter. So I am super, super happy that we're here. I mean, that saves a lot of gas money. But most importantly, it's just great to be here. We get the points race. It almost feels like a second off season. That might have been the longest 2 weeks that I've ever felt. So,
well, that's the thing. We got up and yesterday we worked and I left here and we're fine. And then two big showers come through and Logan says it was pouring and it's like. So then they were doing the chatter last night, and things got heated discussion on canceling already. And I'm like, geez, guys, we don't need to do that until about 1. So, we got here. I had to work on the infield, and it was soggy in there. But it was 9 o'clock. The sun was out, and it was windy. So I said, we still need to just wait and see what happens. And Logan decided let's give it a try. And we started breaking things up out there. And I tell you what, it made a big difference. Wherever we dissed or whatever, harrowed, broke that up, dried it right out. But, man, they worked their butts off, and we're racing.
Yeah, that wind coming in tonight.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit of a...
Going through our mics here.
I got to give them huge props. I mean, like I just said a little bit ago, I thought there was no chance that we were racing. So, I mean, I was at my house when it started raining. And
is it you?
Maybe it is. I don't know.
I think it's because
I think it was.
It's because you don't have a buffer.
You don't have a sock. You need a sock.
All right. But, no, I...
need to go get you a sock and we'll put on there.
I walked out of my house and I saw the water running down the streets, and man, I was like, "There is no way." So the track crew did an amazing job.
You want to run upstairs really quick, grab a sock? So
technical difficulty too.
But yeah, so it's like you said last night. We were here probably what was it? I came here after work, and it wasn't raining, and then around 5:30 or so, it got pretty bad, and I was just like, man, I don't know what we're gonna do here, and the weather just didn't want to cooperate, and it's just like, man, it's not supposed to be very warm today, but I'll tell you what, when that sun comes out and the wind does come out, it gets very, very dry in a hurry. So
well, and I think what helps too is the fact that we have black Iowa dirt. I mean, everybody knows black soaks in the sun, and so that helps out a ton. But you walk out the track. It's when I got here, I told you, I was like, man, it kind of just looks like we're prepping for sprint cars. Like it doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah.
So
it's a little wetter than usual, but hey,
yeah,
he's already watered.
He's already watered like once.
Yeah,
once
saved
or twice.
us a little bit of money on the water bill.
Saves a water bill, right? We do apologize for the wind sound because that's just because the wind is directly out of the north and it's just coming right into our booth here. So we're gonna get a sock on his mic here. So back to what we were talking about though. I would agree with what Cole said that this was probably the longest 2 weeks ever because it's like, last week it would have been pushing it if we would have raced. I mean, we definitely got more rain during the week last week than we did this week, and I feel like it made a difference because when we were down here for the radio show last Saturday, the track was dry, but the infield was a complete disaster. So it's just like, again, tonight, big haulers and pretty much everybody from the Coke Tower South is going to have to park outside tonight because we don't want to have to worry about people getting stuck and things. So turn 1 there in the infield is really, really bad still. So it's but hey, we're here, and I didn't think we were going to be here, but we're here.
Yeah. I mean, the difference between this week and last week, the track is still to me the same, but the big difference is turn turn 1 and 2, of course, and 3 too. There was standing water down the bottom side, and that makes a huge difference. And it just wouldn't have been. We couldn't have raced. I mean, we'd had to put tires way out there, use maybe half the track if we tried to get this thing.
Let's try that.
So, hey, look at there.
It would have been like Darlington in 1 and 2.
Bob to the
right?
rescue. Bob to the rescue. Thank you, Bob. So yeah, hey, with no more wind.
It would have been.
Yeah, well, and I think the biggest thing too, like last week, I mean, the infield was already flooded, so everything was so waterlogged when all that rain came. At least this week, there was a little bit of time for that infield to dry out. So when this next shower did come through, I mean, obviously, like you said, it's still a mess, but it's going to feel weird having cars pull out onto the track. I was talking
it's like old SLMR days.
I know. I told Hunter and Evan in our group chat, I'm like, you guys are going to feel like the big dogs here with SLMR getting to park out there.
It'll be interesting seeing lineups. I hope we don't have to have a lot of people park out there. It's drier than we thought it was going to be in the infield. It's just the issue is going to be with the weight of the haulers that go down in there. So tonight is Mental Health Awareness Night. The Crisis and Advocacy Center's here. They're going to give away a lot of stuff tonight as you walk into the grandstands. They've got keychains and they've got stickers and stress balls and stuff like that. And then also out front, you've got Austin Hardesty's car, and Cole's got some beads.
Yeah,
here.
he's got beads out there. I've already got mine.
There you go.
So, yeah, we're in the theme of the night.
It's not like Mardi Gras, though. You don't have to do anything to get beads. So
no, we're not doing that.
But
I'm not going there.
Austin's car is out there, obviously, because Austin's car promotes mental health awareness. Really cool wrap this year that he did. Last year, his car was had the green ribbon for mental health, but it was all white. This year, it's half and half. And if you notice that when you walk in, the right side is black, the left side is white. And if you cut it in half, it's supposed to represent the light days and the dark days of mental health. So it's kind of like a little hidden Easter egg type thing within his wrap. I explained that right, didn't I?
Yeah, I believe so.
So yeah, that's kind of what he's got going on. So he also wants kids when they come in to sign the race car and stuff like they did last year. So obviously, if you're going to sign the black part, you're going to have to use a silver Sharpie, and then if you're going to sign the white car, use a black Sharpie. So going to be really, really cool for him tonight to be able to do that. I know his friends Casey and Zach Schaefer, they do a lot of giveaway stuff for him. They've got some balloons out there too.
They're going to do raffle tickets. The Schaefers are for kids giveaway, at least 2, I do believe.
Okay.
They're just going to give raffle tickets to the kids. There's no purchase, nothing like that.
Okay. So we'll do a drawing.
Yep, we're going to do a drawing for that as well. So.
Okay. We're going to talk on the show here in just a little bit. Representative from the Crisis and Advocacy Center as well. Talk a little bit about mental health. So, but yeah, cool night here tonight. Didn't think we were going to ever get this night in there. We've had to push it back a couple nights, and you know how we started off there in April. I was like, man, it felt like the way the racetrack was. It felt like it was the middle of July, and then it just hasn't stopped raining for the last 2 weeks. And what was weird there was when that first storm came through, when the tornado hit by Essex.
Yeah.
We drove south. I mean, it was like a dead cutoff. Like, you got to, like, J20, and they got absolutely no rain.
Yeah.
And then in Corning, we ended up getting almost 5 inches of rain that week.
Well, that week, yeah. It was.
So, we got dumped on. And the track definitely shows it because there's definitely a lot of moisture underneath the surface. On top, it's dry and crusty right now, but underneath there's a lot of moisture, so it's going to be a different beast tonight for our track prep crew to try to stay on top of things, because when the track is like that, when it's uncontrolled water and not controlled water, it's difficult.
Absolutely, yeah. And man, it's going to be interesting to see the racers, how they handle it as well. I mean, I'll tell you what, I guarantee you the modifieds tonight, if the track is smooth, hopefully it is. I mean, you never know with rain like this. You could be seeing some lap times that are going to be pushing the track record for a modified. So, there's going to be a lot of storylines tonight to watch.
I hope the car count's good again. I know Cole and I talked about it. The car count was lower than we expected the first night, but we went through and we went and thought about some cars that were not here.
There's quite a few.
And there was quite a few that didn't have their car ready yet. Weekly guys that race here normally. And I think we have every pit pad sold, but maybe 3 or 4. So we should have. My goal is always 80 cars, so we should have a better car count tonight. The one thing that I will say, though, from our first night is I was tickled to death with our modified car count.
Yeah.
I thought our modified car count was amazing. 17 cars for a weekly modified show that doesn't pay at least $1,000 or more to win. That is really impressive, because you see a lot of these tracks that are racing, $1,000 to win shows, and they're barely pulling 15 cars.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's like we were at a track last week that's known for big car counts, and they still only had 25 modifieds. It's, I don't know, this day and age, the modified class just is not very healthy. So, yeah, to have 17 on just a weekly night, that is, you can't complain with that at all.
The other thing that helps, too, with the modifieds is, for us anyway, is a lot of tracks just don't race in weekly anymore. Unfortunately, the modified class has kind of turned it into what the late model class did, a decade ago, where late model weekly stuff died, and that's why there's really no super late model weekly stuff anymore, because they're at the point where it's too expensive to run them weekly, and it's just not a financially smart business decision to do that.
Yeah, we can't come up with a purse.
Right.
They want that increased purse.
We were one of the last tracks to run super late models weekly, and
yep, we did.
It was pretty much us and I-80 in this area, and even Joe Koziski had to cut back on him, for a long time.
Well,
so
last year he ran them.
Yeah, he's doing double features.
He ran 4 nights, I think.
And
4 or 5 nights.
I'm hoping that the modifieds don't turn into that. I really, really hope not, because there's a lot of guys that are not big traveler guys that still run modifieds a lot. Modifieds are. I would agree they're getting out of hand financially and technology-wise, they're getting out of hand. But at the same time, we've still got a hardcore set of guys down here that just race with us.
Well, the key thing is I keep pushing, and we pushed it earlier on the web about our purse, but it mostly is our payout for point fund. If people look at that, what our champion gets is more than most sanctions pay for their national champion. So, plus you get. The NASCAR sends you down to Charlotte. They wine and dine you. You get a race suit, a helmet. You get the trip down there. It's like it's the same stage as the Cup guys get up on. It's the exact same setup. Everything. We're just doing it 2 days before they do, and it's like and everybody that goes talks about the experience they have. Now, granted, it was frustrating a few years when we had COVID. A couple of our drivers got slighted on that, but that's just the way it was for COVID. But anyway, that's the key thing. We're doing everything we can to make that class survive with what we're doing with point fund and what NASCAR offers involved. And it's just
with how cool Charlotte is too. Oh. There is so much things to see down there. That's where all the NASCAR Cup garages are.
Yep.
And it's. You could spend a whole month down there and not see everything.
Well, yeah, just to put it in perspective, I went down there last year for the Martinsville race, and we put aside a day. We stayed down there. We're like, yeah, we'll go check everything out. We planned to go see, I think, 8 race shops. We made it to 3. There's so much, and you walk into the local restaurants, and they're all racing themed. I went into I think it was a cookout, and everything in there was just racing. And I'm like, where else are you going to – maybe Indianapolis. That's about the only other place you're probably going to see that.
And that's the other thing with NASCAR. When they take you down there, and like I said, wine and dine you, they take you on a charter bus to one of those race shops.
Wow.
It's an awesome experience, So that's the thing, It's that's the key thing about being NASCAR and what they kick back to us and what they kick back to drivers. And, it's such a huge deal. And so – I will push it the rest of my life that way, but that's why we're doing our best we can to make this class survive. One thing I need to mention real quick is, we talked about here we are on KCSI Radio, but we're also on the KCSI YouTube channel. So those that are listening and you feel like pulling up your phone and want to see our awesome faces on the
I think the bandwidth is a little bit better tonight. I'm back on the Starlink. so I guess we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm not on my hotspot, so if you are watching on the YouTube channel, feel free to comment, ask us a question. That's great. Cole kind of did that last week a little bit. It was kind of nice.
Yeah, from the mail truck.
Yep.
Probably shouldn't have been. I was listening. I just had to have the screen open.
And for those that are still wondering, and Texas once in a while messages like, TV is coming. So.
Yeah, not tonight.
It is coming.
But it is coming.
They're still working out things, but it is coming.
Yes.
We're just sitting here waiting. Hey, that was a race car.
Whoa. Unfortunately, again, not tonight. No streaming again tonight. But again, it is coming. We're not trying to put it on the back burner. It's definitely on the right on the verge of happening. We just got to get it. We just got to get all the kinks and all the things ironed out in order to do that. So there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that happens with that streaming stuff that unfortunately we just couldn't get it done this week. So
and with that, it's sunny out, a little wind, but I tell you what, I've gone to a lot of football games where it's at least 50 degrees colder than it is right now.
And I will say this right now, as I have every streaming service there is to buy pretty much, and I watch a lot of races, and there is nothing compared to the sights, sounds, and smells of being at the racetrack.
Right.
It is. If you can make it down to the racetrack, please do, because watching it on TV, and Cole will say the same thing, it's nothing like watching it in person.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's just like I go to the Chili Bowl every year. I could easily watch that on my couch at home. It's just not the same.
It's boring on TV compared to what it is in person.
And the other key factor is I just walked by with a big tray of food, and I'll say it again, we're the cheapest restaurant in the state of Iowa or in the Midwest.
Man, Cole just said before the show, say what you said.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not trying to be biased.
I'm not trying to be biased, and I mean, I've thought this since I was a little kid. I mean, I'm sure people know I travel all over the country going to races. I have not had a better cheeseburger at a racetrack than here. I mean, it doesn't get much better. So
yeah, we worked Thursday night quite a while getting stuff
done. We cooked us some burgers.
And we fired up the grill, and I said it out louder. I says, man, having 2 weeks off, I miss this cheeseburger pretty bad.
That is from a worker standpoint, that's one of the best things is either before or after the races, getting able to eat that cheeseburger. It's just another one of those things that you don't get at when you're at home. I mean, you could try to grill yourself a burger at home, but it's not going to be the same.
I tell you what, it's what pushes me through the mail during the day, because I know when I get here, I can get a nice juicy cheeseburger.
Well, we did get a first comment here. Parrish Marr commented, "When did you find that amazing flag, man?" Where are you at? Are you running late or what? You're usually here by now.
So what's the deal?
He's usually always here by now. So we are past the first quarter here. So do you want to go ahead and take our first commercial break?
I'll run over and we'll get our first guest too while I'm at it. So tell you what, folks, we're going to be right back here with Pinside Live.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah. Best Finish Auto Sales and Service is proud of the quality used vehicles they sell and their dedication to serve the needs of their customers. Whether it's your first purchase or one of many that you've had, you can count on their dedicated sales staff to make the best buying experience possible. They also offer financing on your vehicle purchase. Best Finish can also take care of your service needs, from oil change, brakes, alignment, air conditioning, to any body shop and repair needs. Stop by Best Finish Auto Sales and Service at 209 Sharp Street in Glenwood for all of your vehicle needs.
What if we could harness the power of the sun by using the earth to transform the way we use energy? Water furnace geothermal systems are simply the most efficient way to keep your family comfortable. Winter or summer, day or night, rain or shine, without burning fossil fuels, giving you the freedom to focus on life.
Call Camlin Mechanical or visit CamlinMechanical.com for your water furnace needs today.
Are you interested in starting a career instead of just getting another job? Well, hop on over to Fresco System USA and let us help you find the one for you. We offer competitive wages, benefits starting day one, and so much more. You can pick up an application at 2026 Fernwood Avenue, find us on Indeed, Better Team, and Facebook, or call 712-623-8100, extension 6659. Spring into action and join the Fresco team today.
No matter what your insulation needs are, Heartland Foam Insulators is your go-to company. From removal to blow-in to foam, they are ready to go to work for you in any type of building, whether it be an existing house, new construction, a metal building, commercial building, or a unique project. Call Heartland Foam Insulators today at 712-623-4515 or heartlandfoam.com.
Welcome back, race fans, to Pitside live here at Adams County Speedway. Yes, we are racing, so head on out. Come on with your appetite. We got plenty of food and refreshments here. So, also a big thank you to Brower Home Improvement, Damon Auto Sales, Heartland Foam Insulators, Subway, State Farm Insurance, and Jake Gillespie with Farm Bureau. Jake's been a long-time fan here, and it's always great to have those guys here, part of the KCSI Pitside Live family. Evan, you want to introduce our next guest?
Yeah, our next guest is not a race car driver. We got Beth. She is a victim service specialist from Crisis Intervention and the Advocacy Center. So she's been at my school a couple times too. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So
good to be back.
Yeah, it's we didn't know if we were going to ever get this thing in, but last year was our first year for this, and it was kind of a cool idea that we came up with, and it ended up being a really good deal. And you guys are unfortunately at the forefront of the world right now. We don't want you to be, but you are, unfortunately, especially with today's youth. The teacher that I am sees it every single day, especially since I teach special ed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just the way the world is right now, mental health is something that is not, I wouldn't say not I'm trying to think of the word for it. It shouldn't be something that we think about all the time, but it is. So tell me a little bit about what you do and kind of what your company does and things like that.
Okay, so Crisis Intervention and Advocacy Center, we're an agency that advocates for people, survivors of domestic violence, sexual assault, homicide, and other violent crimes. We also help prevent homelessness, so we have some housing assistance, especially for those fleeing from any of those situations. I do prevention in Adams and Taylor counties, so that may look like having a workshop with parents at the library or going into the schools and teaching the older children who are of caretaker age and starting to take care of their younger siblings what to look for and how to say something if they see something. So
what your agency you're out of, what is your area?
We service 10 counties, so southwest Iowa, from Dallas County down to Decatur.
And we're the furthest west, I think, aren't we? Or are we not?
I'm not sure because I don't have a map.
You don't go to Montgomery County, right?
No.
That's
no.
What, yeah, so
the
I
cutoff
think we're the
is
furthest west.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going to guess.
But there's agencies just like you located throughout the state.
Absolutely,
course,
yes.
And it's not that hard to find if you look it up online, obviously.
Right.
So, but yeah, and what Evan was trying to get out there, in the forefront, my generation, now that I'm getting old, mental health wasn't talked about that much. And even before that, it was like non-existent people talking about it. So, and it's in the forefront to me, and it should be. I mean, there's nothing to be ashamed about it at all. I mean, it happens to everybody.
Yes.
Believe me.
Yeah,
in one way or another, you have issues. Everybody does. So
I feel like
they hide them or.
I feel like in today's world, it's more normal to be vulnerable.
Yeah,
nowadays than it was when you grew up. And
this thing, and this thing.
Mm-hmm. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. And I think you guys deal with a lot of vulnerability a little bit.
Yeah.
You guys probably deal with people that struggle to be vulnerable and to open up and things like that, because if you aren't that type of person, it's very, very difficult to do that.
Right.
Especially if you have some sort of traumatic experience. We get trained on it as teachers all the time, and we get trained with ACEs and we get trained with all that kind of stuff, and if you're that type of person that doesn't like to open up, it's very, very hard to get somebody to talk to you and things like that. So you guys are one of those places that you don't really think about that you ever would need in your life, but I feel personally that everybody, no matter what situation you're in, deals with something, and there's always things to help.
Right. And our agency also does not just the primary victim. We support the secondary and on further down the line as well.
Yep.
Our services are free, voluntary, and confidential. We are not mandatory reporters, and we cannot testify in court.
And that's a big one, race fans. For those of you that don't know what she's talking about, being a mandatory reporter, so I am a mandatory reporter as a teacher. What that means is if we were to see anything or hear anything someone said, by law, I have to report that to either local law enforcement or to a person that's higher up than me, administration and teaching. You don't have to, so it's kind of like a psychiatrist type thing where you can keep it confidential. Not saying that teachers can keep things confidential, but at the same time, if it's deemed as bad enough, we have to report it, and that's huge for you guys, being able to. Yeah, and not having to testify in court.
And when you're dealing
like
with someone like that, then you're discussing, their options of reporting and stuff
yes,
like that.
Yes. So we can assist them in reporting, but we don't do it behind their back. We always do whatever the survivor wants.
You have to build a trust with them, obviously, for sure.
Yep.
So,
and that goes a long ways with my clients in the schools, too. Right. They know they can tell me anything, whereas if they say something to the teachers, they'll get reported.
Right.
So you were at our school about a month ago.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what you did and kind of what that looks like with the kids.
So in the month of April, it's Prevent Child Abuse Awareness Month.
Yep.
And so we make sure to show up in the schools and spread awareness for child abuse. And we did a Wear Blue Day on April 4th.
I wore blue that day.
Yeah. The kids love it.
The elementary kids like it too.
I didn't know that, or I could have wore some blue today.
Right? Yeah.
You did. Your hat's blue.
Well, there you go.
I thought it was going to be too cold. So.
I should have got.
I got blue jeans on. We're good.
Oh, me too. April is also Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So each school, the older grades, got like a poster to hang in their office or wherever with the teal ribbon, and then there's a sexual assault pledge. Basically saying if you see something, say something, and we want to end this. So then they were allowed to sign it, and it gets hung up at the school. We also have one here for them to sign too.
Good.
Cool.
Because I went to Knoxville last fall, and I hadn't been there to a sprint car show ever, and that night was their awareness night.
Your Life Iowa.
I thought, man, this is awesome.
Your Life Iowa was huge.
Because I thought to myself, man, we're doing this already. This is awesome.
Yeah. And we have quite a few drivers down here that have Your Life Iowa on their car.
That's why it's a standing thing with us. We want to do this every year.
Yes, absolutely.
And it is nice to do it in April because of the corresponding month. But as I said before, it's a crapshoot with April for racing.
We missed it by 3 days.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just want to make sure you understand that this is a standing sponsorship that we want to keep doing forever.
Yes,
as far as
and we'll be here.
When you go to events like this, you see people, random people, and you don't know what people have been through, and you don't know. And this place can be a good avenue for meeting new people, especially kids and things like that. But if you really think about it, when you go to an event like that, think about everybody in the place, and think about all the situations that somebody could be in. It's incredible how bad some things can get. So this is kind of a getaway place for a lot of people. They come to the races and they forget about the negatives and things like that, and it's good that we have another avenue of where we can connect and get some help and things like that. So, and my hope is that maybe you would affect one or two people tonight, and they will call you.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's the goal. Is like, hey, this service is available for you.
Yep.
Make the phone call.
We have several 1-800 numbers. 1-800-400-4884. That goes straight to our hotline during the day. We answer the phones in our offices, and at night it is answered by our call center, who are all trained advocates as well.
Do you guys deal with have rapport with the law enforcement, obviously?
Yes,
so,
we work closely with law enforcement, the schools, anybody we think we might. We do CRT meetings, so crisis response team meetings. And I work really closely with schools.
So I preach this. I think I say it every week, but I just feel that we're a big family here. I mean, as we're a big racing family. I always say that, and I honestly believe that. And we're going to have Austin here in a little bit. But the other part of being a family is because our drivers are so approachable. They want you to come over. They want kids to come over, and that's what's that's all part of this too. So
they do this for the fans. If it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be able to do this. And after the races, go down and talk to those guys. It's amazing how these kids. You don't think about it, but kids' minds are like sponges, and it's like they see everything, and one person could change your life. These drivers are like local heroes to kids. I mean, little kid, think about how cool it is to see a little kid like walking up to that race car right there and seeing it. I mean, it is. I mean, you don't think about it as an adult, but you're like a local hero.
Oh, I do,
kid.
because I didn't sit in my first car until I was about 30.
Yeah,
late 30s.
I mean,
sure.
I know from when I was a kid, I thought it was the coolest thing ever, to be able to talk to a race car driver and, be as cool as that, And I teach high school, so it's like, you teach high school kids and everything's, uncool and all that stuff.
Right.
But the little kids, man, they eat that stuff up. They do. So.
Right.
Well, Beth, I appreciate you coming. Like I said, we want to do this every year. Make sure when you come in, folks, they have the table set up right inside the gate here. So make sure you talk with them, get information if you want it. Like I said, they can be discreet, or they can come out and talk to you, or go swim.
My last thing,
we'll send you a little room.
Don't be afraid out there, people.
Yeah.
Everybody deals with stuff.
Goes through it, so.
Doesn't matter how old you are. Doesn't matter what situation it is. Doesn't matter how much money you have.
That's right.
Everybody's in the same boat, and we're just trying to live our life.
Yep.
That's right.
So, anything else you want to add?
No, I think we're good.
Have fun tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, we will.
Yep. So, absolutely.
Take another break and come back. We got a driver here, so.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So, and Austin's got to come over here a little bit too.
I told him 5:45, so we're gonna do him first.
Awesome.
So.
No, that's great.
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
for
thank you.
having
Yes.
us. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Beth. We're gonna take another quick break, and we'll be right back here with our second guest of the night.
Since 1892, Malvern Bank has been building community from 404 Main Street in Malvern, Iowa. For generations, Malvern Bank has been serving local businesses, families, and farms to help them achieve their goals in every step of their lives. From saving for college to planning for retirement and everything in between, Malvern Bank is your full-service community bank, here to help as you plan for the next chapter of your life. Call, click, or stop in today to apply for an account, loan, or credit card. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC.
Furniture, appliances, mattress sets, lift chairs, bedding, recliners, and more. S&S Appliance, your hometown furniture store in Clarinda, just received a large shipment of appliances. They have a huge selection of stoves, refrigerators, chest freezers, and microwaves. And if you need a mattress set, they have them. Plus bamboo sheet sets. They offer full service from start to finish with competitive price guarantee. S&S Appliance also offers delivery and installation. Stop by S&S Appliance on the square in downtown Clarinda.
This is Josh with Shore Motor Company in Clarinda. We want to be your GM dealer. We have highly qualified and trained technicians ready to work on your vehicle. Anything from recalls to warranty work and beyond, we are your GM dealer. Our service department is open 6 days a week for all your service needs. We even have an express lane for those no-appointment quick oil changes. Visit our website at shoremotor.com to request an appointment or give Mike or Amanda a call at 712-542-6581. We are your GM dealer. Shore Motor Company, just south of the square in beautiful Clarinda.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back, race fans, to Pitside Live here from Adams County Speedway in Corning, Iowa. We're about 1/3 away from the show here, through the show here, about 5:30. So just got done talking to our sponsor tonight, Mental Health Awareness Night here at the Speedway. Make sure you give them a call or reach out if you have any issues with that. So Austin Hardesty's cars out front here. They're doing a bunch of giveaway stuff. Make sure you sign the race car, things like that. So we're going to move into a little bit more power here and talk about some modifieds. Premier class here at the Adams County Speedway for the NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Series. And we're going to talk to our first feature winner of the year, and he's won a lot of features here in the past in a modified and a late model. He is out of originally Omaha, Nebraska, now lives in the Malvern area. So JZ, Justin Zeitner, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you've kind of been going modified here throughout the year. Tell us a little bit about that. Is the late model going back on the back burner or what?
I'd say it's definitely on the back burner just because of the role I've taken on to the family business. It's kind of all my problem now. So I don't have the time
so
like
you're
I
adulting?
used to. Yeah. I just don't have the time to devote to it like I used to. And we still have late models. We still take it very seriously. I can't travel like I used to. Like we were kind of geared up to go down and run them SLMR races this weekend, but I just get too busy, and I can't, like Friday afternoon, if I'd have left work, they'd have thrown rocks at me. Like it don't work. So
what is the family business?
We have a trucking company. We haul refrigerated goods all over the Midwest. Have a pretty good group of guys. We have about 100 trucks, and but at the same time, some days it can be 100 problems, you know. It's a lot of work keeping as many employees as we got and keeping that many employees happy. It's a lot of work. So it's not as easy to get out and go racing, but if you want toys like this, you got to work for it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I know the business it's had to have been growing pretty strong over the last few years, because I tell you what, I've seen them a lot more often. You know, you wouldn't see a lot of them around here, but
you see a lot of Keen Thummel around here, but I've seen some around here. So
2 years ago we had like 54 trucks, and now we're right at 100. So we've almost doubled our fleet size in 2.5 years, and doing that and remaining profitable doing that is it's a full-time job. So to make a long story short, it's easy. You know, I can work all week long, and I can, you know, spend a couple nights a week, and you add kids and a wife to the mix and everything. I'm a busy guy, so I can load up on Saturday afternoons and come over here, have a good time, and, you know, maybe hit another race here and there with the mod. But like the late model deal takes so much planning, where it's 45 minutes from my house. Yep. I can roll over here and have a good time, and, you know, great facility, great people here. So it's hard not to support it too.
Right. And you've been racing here since you were a kid, and your dad raced here, your uncles have raced here. Zeitner is a name that is very synonymous with Adams County Speedway, and I would say Shelby County Speedway as well. They run the memorial up there, you know, for your family. So and obviously I-80 Speedway as well. So let's talk about that a little bit. For those of you that for those of the people that don't know who you are and things like that. Tell us a little bit about kind of how it all started, and how you got your start in racing, and where you were racing at, and kind of what you were racing at.
Yeah, I'm no different from any other kid that came here. I used to sit up there. My family had a deck. All four of my uncles would race here, or all three of my uncles and my dad. So all four of them would race here Saturday nights when I was growing up. I spent a lot of Saturday nights here. Always wanted to do the go-kart thing. My dad had a go-kart, but he was so busy racing, I think I ran 2 go-kart races my entire life.
Probably too slow for you.
Yeah, and then I turned 15, and we talked about getting a race car, blah, blah, blah. My dad's like, well, if you're going to race, we'll just get you a late model. Like, there ain't no reason to, you know, do any.
That sounds like Chubbs.
Yeah,
this kid. Yeah, you're just gonna hop into a modified.
Yeah, they're just saying ain't no reason to do anything else. Like, that's what we know. Like, let's just do that. So I started out racing late models at I-80. That was back when they had the 7,500 chip rule, so it would be considered a limited late model.
Yeah.
You know?
The Grand Nationals back then or whatever.
No,
kind of thing.
The Grand Nationals were like on a 2-barrel. We were at least like on a 4-barrel. It was what they considered supers around here back then. That was like when I came into it was when Ed Kaziski won like every single race over here. Like if I didn't get lapped by Ed my first year.
Well, the funny thing is you can see the scoreboard ripped off, and you can see the old Dodge logo on the scoreboard,
right,
and that's what Ed ran.
Yep. Yeah, so, I remember that thing was cool. Like he had it together.
Looked like Casey Kane.
Yeah, and I just always raced late models, and then I don't know, I got a wild hair to race a mod one day. The first mod I ever drove was actually Chris Hogan's here in Hot Laps.
Oh boy,
and
he was good too.
Yeah,
so.
he was like rolling, so like I knew that was a good
stuff,
one.
So.
I knew it was a good one. I'm like, I want to try that, and like it was like I took onto it pretty well. And then I always kind of wanted one. Then I don't remember what year it was, but we ended up getting one. And then I really like the mod deal. It's just
suit your driving style.
It's just laid back. Like the late model deal is really high pressure. Like not so much like the SLMR, but when you go open racing, like you're spending so much money, and you want to perform well.
Yeah.
So it's just like
you don't want to be out to lunch.
Yeah, the mod thing is just like laid back. Like if I run 18th here tonight, it's like whatever. Like I go home, work on my stuff, try to do better next week. Like I don't hang my head on it as much. Not that I don't want to do well. I want to win every race I enter, but it's just way more low key for me.
Right, and in the situation that you're in with your kids and your business, it just makes sense.
Yeah, it like that's just the way to put it. Like I could go, like if I had the right employees and everything, I could go run Lucas Oil every week and go do that. But like I'm not the guy that's gonna not work at his company every day. Like I just have to be there. I have to be hands on, and I just so like this deal it just works for me.
Yeah.
Well, you speaking about that, are we gonna see that late model at any of the Lucas shows around here, or can you even talk about that?
No, yeah, I'll be like that. The Kaziski Family 53 at Harlan. You know, I'll go support that one. I'll probably go to Huset's Silver Dollar Nationals. Yep. I don't have anything positive to say about that racetrack to the west of us that also races on Saturday night, so I will not participate at a race there probably ever again. But so any other Lucas races that get close, and then like I'm gonna venture down and race. There's a new series in Kansas. I can't remember what it's called. They have some races that are halfway close.
Yeah, I've heard about that. What about SLMR stuff?
Yeah, I'm not gonna miss one here, and I obviously have to
run your one at Harlan.
I have to run the one at Harlan unless Dad's like all about me winning the points championship here in the mod. So like I need to miss a race before that because like. He will freak.
I told you.
Yeah, he will freak if I'm not at that race. But then, like, if I'm leading points here, he'll like want me to come here. Yeah. So it's just one of the things. Like, I need to go.
So it sounds like you're like every other race car driver. We don't think about points until we're like, oh man, we're leading in the middle of the season. Maybe I should run for points.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, they put the money up here, right?
Yes,
so,
they do.
Like, it's hard to not like you want to support stuff like.
We talk about that every week. It's like people don't realize the money that we have here for our mods. I mean. You see it. Tracks are going away from running mods weekly, and mods are kind of turning into what late models were a decade ago, and it's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
And they're our premier class, and we want to support them. And I was tickled to death with 17 cars.
Yeah, that's a very respectable modified field.
And it wasn't 17 slouches either. I mean, there was some really good drivers here.
Right.
So I mean, the other thing that I wanted to ask you too is I want to get your opinion about kind of the state of late model racing today. We talked about it last week on the show, and we talked to Josh Most about it a little bit their first week. I think late model racing is kind of going into a place that we don't want to be in my opinion.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And I'm not a guy that tries to be doom and gloom about things, but your mod deal is no different right now.
Right, it's getting out of hand.
It is no different. I did that the late model deal. The best way I can put it to you is if you want it and you want to go fast, buy it. You know what I mean? Like and like there are guys out there racing these things that like Brandon Overton said it really good. Like some of these guys shouldn't have a driver's license. But they have the money to do it and they're really good at it because like all you have to do right now is like, hey, like if I ain't no good, like I'm in the Mark Richards camp in a rocket. Why I ain't fitting in overall here? Well, just get your checkbook out and go over here to Longhorn and you'll probably be really fast. So it's no different in the mod world these days. you just got to buy speed. So it's no different. I did that car with Josh last year. We come here and we were really good. Like, I felt like any race I entered here, I could win. We went other places and we struggled. Well, me and Lance had an agreement. We were going to do that for a year. And after that, we didn't know what we were going to do. So I moved on. And it's like, so you look around, what's beating you in the Midwest, right? Like, what do you look at modifieds?
Yep.
And what do you see that's really good? Well, Wiggy and them, they're really good in their race cars, right? Jesse Dennis is really good in the Skyrocket. So I look at that, and it's like, okay, I got to race against them guys, so I'm probably not going to get the full source of information maybe. Like a lot of things go through your head when you're going to buy something like that. And I'm telling you, this Jordan Grabowski has kicked my butt everywhere I went in a modified. So I'm like...
He kicks everybody's butt wherever he goes.
So I called him on a Sunday morning, and I'm like, hey, man, get me a car by the time it's time to go to Beatrice. Yeah, man, I'd love to. So, like, right there, I didn't do anything special besides open my checkbook up, bought a race car, and it's fast. Like, I'm not smart.
It's very fast.
So, like, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not, like, I just got to sit in the seat and hold the pedal down and go drive it. So, like, it's no different. Like you go back to the state of late model racing. It's literally just open your checkbook and go fast. So, I think...
Unfortunately, it shouldn't be like that.
Right,
though.
And I don't know how to fix it, and I don't know if anybody does, because if they did, they'd fix it, right?
Yeah.
But that's the state of racing these days. Like, if you're struggling, just pay the right guy. Like, and I hate it for guys, like, you see a lot of chassis companies out there that, like, they spend every dollar they have their head down, and, like, they're working just as hard as anybody else, but they might be missing one thing, and it's just... my hat's off to the guys that still do it, but like even the Brand X deal that I'm in now, like it's a smaller low-key deal. They just have really, really good people around them. And racing is a resource-based deal. And it's no different. It's no different at the end of the day than our trucking company. You have to surround yourself with good people and have good resources, good feedback of how to be better. Like it's no different. Like racing has become, it's a business at the end of the day, and how good do you want to be and how much do you want to spend?
That's right. And I with our concession stand lady wants to ride your pit bike.
Go for it.
But with the Brand X deal too, it really helps that the guy that owns the business and builds the cars is one of the best modified drivers
absolutely
ever.
Right.
So that helps.
Right. It's no different than I look at him in our area, like if you're looking at IMCA modifieds, he is probably the closest thing right now to, say, a Scott Bloomquist of our time. Like, you unloaded IMCA modified race, and that 30 cars there, he's probably going to beat you. So if Scott Bloomquist was still around, still winning all the races, and you're going to go late model racing, you just write him a check and get a car from him, right?
Yep.
So, and essentially, like, I can put a feather in my cap for winning races at the end of the day, but it's not me. It's the people I've surrounded myself with.
That's right. And with the Brand X deal, I mean, we went out to, Eagle, and it was... You guys were top 3 on Friday night.
Yeah, they speak for themselves.
Malaco did the same thing and switched to Brand X, and he's a Boone guy, and this company's based out of Beatrice. I mean, that's not local for him.
No.
At all.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's just the way racing is, and just like you said, it's just you got to be able to spend the money, and it sucks. But
at the end of the day, work really hard during the week, get a good job because you're going to need it.
Or get a really, really good sponsor.
Yeah, you ain't going to make it racing. Like, I tell you that right now. Like, my hat's off to the guys that do make it racing, but they got somebody with money behind them.
Yeah, I mean, like Hunter. Yeah, you hang out with Hunter same way. I mean, he's got money. He's got people to help him.
Well, and also, I mean, like I told you this week, that dude is working until sometimes 1 in the morning. I mean, it's what you got to do to afford this stuff. So it's
and that's why I tell fans all the time. It's like you see these races, you see these tracks that are lowering in car counts. And it's like it's not because of the track. I mean, it's just because it's hard.
Yeah, it's just the sport is what it is, and at the end of the day, not everybody can do it. I wish everybody could do it. It'd be a lot more fun.
When you started, it's so much different, right?
So much different. You could go buy not a brand new, but like my first race car, when I sold it, I think we sold it for like $6,000. You can't even buy a bare frame for $6,000.
No. And back in the day when we first raced hobby stocks and stock cars, I mean, you just go grab a car and gut it and put a motor in it and race it.
Right.
And now there's chassis builders for hobby stocks. I mean, even compacts, for God's sakes. They're starting to build their chassis. I mean,
no different.
And it goes back to what I'm saying too. Unfortunately, us race fans and drivers, we are a victim of our own problem.
Yeah.
We do it to ourselves.
No doubt. And I hate it for guys like imagine being in like Brett Root's position, like he's trying to keep this deal as low cost as possible, but then you got people that just like if he makes a rule, there's a guy out there that'll find a way around it and how to be faster with that rule.
Find a loophole.
Like it's just sometimes no news is good news. Like just let it let it lie. But every time they change something, it seems like the cars get faster.
Like the new spec deal this year and things like that.
Right. Like I'm telling you, I'm telling you right now, like that, like Dennis tonight with that thing, like with the rain all week, if it's hooked up at all, and like Josh is coming over here tonight with that car we raced last year, and he didn't have a good week last week, probably going to start in the front 2 rows, like you probably ain't running that guy down. I mean, you know it coming over here, you're going to try. But I'm telling you, like it's just one of them deals. Like to win races here, it might end up you have to buy a spec motor. Like this place is. Like Terry Phillips said it on this show years ago, like this is the Pocono of dirt. Like you need horsepower here, you know. And like when everybody's on the same crate engine, no big deal, right? Just work on your race car. Well, now it's like they threw this whole deal in here with this motor. Like you got a guy out there with another 50 horse. Granted, it's a little heavier, but like I'll tell you right now, if I get passed on the straightaway or feel like I'm getting beat down the straightaway, I'll tell you what, I'll have a spec motor in my car next week. Yeah. Like that's just how you have to be. You got to keep up with it.
Yeah, I
mean, the Pocono of dirt. That's
it is.
We should start calling ourselves that. We're the Pocono of dirt.
I'm telling you.
Well, I tell you what, if we circle back to 2 weeks ago, if you can even remember back that far, as busy as you are, man, I was really impressed with your run. You know, there about mid-race, you slid off the top in 3 and 4, and you charged back. And, I mean, you got around Tanner Black, which, like, we tried to explain to the crowd. That guy is no slouch.
Especially when the racetrack's like that.
Yeah, and
he's really good on big racetracks, too, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I pulled the 12, and I was mad. I was mad. And I was like, man, like, you go out there.
You pull a 12 here, it's like, oh, God.
Yeah, you do your job. You win the heat race, and it's like, man, it's like, but at the end of the day, you got to shut up, keep your head down, and go out there and race the race. And, like, some things fell our way, you know, like cautions, this, that, the other. But the thing is, like, we drove by everybody in the field. Like, we did our job. And, like, but at the end of the day, that don't mean nothing now. Like it's a whole new night, and like you come out here and run 12th tonight. Like it's just you gotta be on your game every week. And we were proud of our efforts that night. But at the end of the day, it's over with now and on to the next.
Yep, it sounds like you sound like a guy who's won a lot.
Yeah, it's not about winning a lot as much as you just want to win the next one. You know, like
you're very race car drivers are all super competitive. We're very competitive people. We don't like losing, but at the same time, we don't like losing because of things that are in our control.
Right. Losing and knowing why you lost is a lot easier than just getting flat outran by somebody. Like I lose sleep over that still.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I don't care about racing as much as I used to, but like when I get outran by somebody and I don't know why. Like if my race car's good and somebody outruns me, I'm like, man, like I'll lose sleep over that.
See, I'm friends with Chubbs, and that's the way Chubbs has been right now. I mean, he's losing. And look what he just did. He went to Columbus, and
and he was the class of the field.
Yeah,
like I watched that race, and he was bar none. Like he didn't get lucky. Nothing happened. Like he passed what I consider one of the best modifieds in the country right now, Jordan, and he drove by him and left it.
Yeah,
and it's cool when he goes out there and does that stuff too, because like that's who I got to race every week.
It makes you look better.
It makes as not even me, but like this place as a whole. Like people might be like, oh, you're racing down there in Corning. It's like, well, look what happens when we leave. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like I went to Burlington, Iowa last week, needed a yellow, and probably would have won the race. Like they knew we were there, and then it's like they see that, you know, like Jesse Dennis shows up here, and like Josh ain't no different. He can go anywhere he wants to go, line up, and probably win the race and be a threat when he shows up. So it's just it's cool when guys like that go out and they win races at other places. I think it does things for the modified field down here, and it just makes people realize that we're down here.
Yeah, we're here, and we're not IMCA sanctioned, but we're running the same stuff as you guys, and at the same time.
And that should, honestly, like, this is not a slap to IMCA, but the not being IMCA sanctioned should appeal to people, because, like, I feel like when people, if they just give this place a chance, there's so much more money floating around here. Like this place is the opposite of a dump. Like everything is like you just look like here, like through the concession stands, the area like where the fans can hang out, the bleachers, like everything. I've been to some places that like I don't ever care to go back to, and like I come here every week for a reason. Like it's well kept. They do a great job with the surface. You guys interact with the fans. Like it's just like it's what a racetrack should be. And then not to mention like there's money behind it. You know, like you guys pay your guys. Like I mean the point funds are good. Like I do believe that some people are just afraid of the size. But I mean, we build these things to go fast. I think this is like when they shut I-80 down, like terrible. Like I like bigger racetracks.
Oh yeah, I know.
This is like a lone wolf right now. Like it's the only big racetrack we have left. Like, and like people talk about shortening it right now. Like I'm telling you, like I'd come here and like pull the batteries out of the dozer. I'm telling you, like,
well, my dad says it all the time. My dad's old fashioned. He always says everybody's afraid to go fast anymore. So there's your hat.
Yeah, thank you.
So, but yeah, so good opinion there. Good quote there. But all right, anybody you want to thank really quick before we get you off of here? So
yeah, I gotta obviously thank Zeitner and Sons, all my employees there. They allow me to do this. And then Lekas Lawns, he helps me out a ton. Midlands Carrier Transcold. My wife and kids for putting up with me doing this on top of my busy work schedule. It's just a lot. Everybody's got a lot going on. So yeah, just my dad, everybody that lends in a hand, Damo and Mitch, my crew, they keep this thing going. It's not me. Like they do a really good job. Can't thank them enough, and just anybody else that I'm forgetting. I mean, they know I appreciate them. So
well, we appreciate you supporting us. So you've been racing down here a long time. So like I said, when you travel, represent your home tracks, and he's the same as anybody else out there, man. Support your local racetracks, guys, because they ain't going to be around forever. So,
yeah.
We're going to take another break, and we're going to come back with our B-Mod driver. So, yep, we'll be right back with you on Pitside Live.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shannon. Best Finish Auto Sales and Service is proud of the quality used vehicles they sell and their dedication to serve the needs of their customers. Whether it's your first purchase or one of many that you've had, you can count on their dedicated sales staff to make the best buying experience possible. They also offer financing on your vehicle purchase. Best Finish can also take care of your service needs, from oil change, brakes, alignment, air conditioning, to any body shop and repair needs. Stop by Best Finish Auto Sales and Service at 209 Sharp Street in Glenwood for all of your vehicle needs.
What if we could harness the power of the sun by using the earth to transform the way we use energy? Water furnace geothermal systems are simply the most efficient way to keep your family comfortable. Winter or summer, day or night, rain or shine, without burning fossil fuels, giving you the freedom to focus on life.
Call Camblin Mechanical or visit CamblinMechanical.com for your water furnace needs today.
Are you interested in starting a career instead of just getting another job? Well, hop on over to Fresco System USA and let us help you find the one for you. We offer competitive wages, benefits starting day one, and so much more. You can pick up an application at 2026 Fernwood Avenue. Find us on Indeed, Better Team, and Facebook, or call 712-623-8100, extension 6659. Spring into action and join the Fresco team today.
Welcome back, race fans, to Pitside Live here at Adams County Speedway in Corning, Iowa. You are at the top of the hour. You are listening to KCSI 95.3 out of Red Oak, KOAK 1080 AM out of Villisca. We are here on YouTube as well on the podcast. Please make sure that you ask us questions, comment if you want to. You can go back and watch this as many times as you want as well. It'll be saved on the YouTube channel. So we are moving on to next segment of the show here. We've got his car out front on Mental Health Awareness Night. We are here with Cumberland, Iowa's Austin Hardesty. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you what, Austin, 2 weeks ago, did you lose some sleep over that one?
You know, I've played it over and over and over. I've got replays of it. It was definitely a hard one, but I try and take it with a grain of salt. That's a guy that I've never been able to chase down like that, so that was pretty exciting.
And the thing I said after that night, I said, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And it's coming.
I'd like to think so. We put a lot of time and money and effort, and there's a lot of people on board that make it possible, and so many people that have knowledge that I hope to one day have. There's a lot of moving parts to it, and it's a puzzle I think we're slowly figuring out. So
remember the car that you first started in? Remember the Blue Bandit?
I try not to think about
Dude,
that
one. Thing, wasn't that Ed Hamilton's car?
Yeah.
Oh my God! And I remember, didn't you roll it one night?
My very first night that I ever raced, yeah, we took a tumble in it.
Dude, I don't know what it is about down here, but I feel like there's been a lot of guys on their first night that have ended up upside down, because John did it in his compact. You think, who was the hobby stock that rolled down the back straightaway like 14 times? Kenny Champ.
Kenny Champ, yep, he did it.
His first night out.
Yep.
Man, it's crazy. But I tell you what, you talk about time and money. We were all dreading this 2-week rain out, but it kind of benefited you.
You benefited from it, I'll tell you that.
It did help us, gave us a little bit more time to put everything back together. Boone was not very kind to us.
I saw the video, and that was a hard hit. Yeah. Was there a bent front horn or anything? Or
no, the front didn't get near as much as it looked. That was more cosmetic. The rear end took a lot of impact, and there's a lot of brackets that had to be replaced and some welding that had to be done. And
great.
I hope it's half the car it was when we left here.
Yeah.
If we can do that, I think we'll be all right. But
you want to talk about the highs and lows of racing? That sums it up.
You go from first night out here and out of the box is just a rocket, and then we rain out and he goes to Boone, and then it's just like ugh. But that's racing, and you started from here, and you're getting up to be one of the top guys now, and like I said, a win is definitely coming, and it was the same way for like Evan and Hunter. I mean, those two were the same way. It just, for some reason, it just takes a while to get your first one, and then once you get your first one, it's like, well, that's over.
Yep.
Now I can just race, you know?
I think that's something that a lot of guys down here tell me. The first one is the hardest. You're going to mess up 100 million times, and it just...
Tell me what that feeling's like, too. Like, if you're leading with, like, the last 5 laps, do you just, like... Is everything just start seizing up, or what?
I think it's more of... You just sit there and question everything you're doing, because everyone that's behind you, they're always searching for the faster line. They see a car try something different that works. The hardest thing to do, I think, late in a race is be the leader, just because you don't know unless you're racing there with somebody. Are you pushing it hard enough, or are you pushing it too hard? There's just so many variables. Time's always the hardest, and then you get more comfortable, you get better, you get your own pace, and if they haven't gotten around it yet, then I assume you're doing the right thing, and you just keep trying it.
Yeah. And especially at a racetrack like ours, too. I mean, you are a sitting duck if you are a wrong line, man.
Yeah.
It's...
Well, and I mean, I think the biggest thing, too, is, like, you're up there consistently now. So, I mean, the more you race up there, whether you win or not, you are going to gain that experience of knowing what to do. I mean, I'm like you said when you came up, or you've been running that scenario through your head. Next time, if you find yourself in that situation, you're going to know what to do. So, I mean, yeah, it's not going to be long. And, yeah, you win one, you're going to
got to get past that zero car, man.
He's a tough
he's just
one
so
to beat.
good, dude.
He's fast.
I mean, and Kralik started the same way. I mean, when he first started racing, I remember, Hauck always helped him, but he started off the same way. It took him forever, too. And he was racing back when Bill Gibson was racing with us. And Bill has the record here. He won 10 races in one year. So, I mean, he was a guy when we first started racing sport mods that you just couldn't beat him.
Yep.
Bryce Allen was the same way. Bryce's year last year was just that's why he was so emotional last year, because he literally says like this doesn't happen to guys like me, and it just takes one little thing, man. You're just turned into a rocket. So, but you are on the show tonight, obviously not for a win, but because you are representing mental health awareness tonight. Your car has kind of an underlying meaning. I talked about it earlier in the show. You can kind of talk about it a little bit, but it looks really good. Tell people a little bit about kind of why you chose this and kind of what the reasons for it. So
it would have been last year we first started doing it, and the biggest thing was I myself struggle with mental health. I'm in a lot better place now, but I think it's something that, especially at first, is really hard to talk about, and it's hard to open up to people. So that was kind of my way to let, I guess, the world know, in a sense of, hey, you know, I'm going through this. I struggle with it. And I've tried to be more vocal about it because I think it's something that isn't talked about enough. And this day and age, it's a very big thing that's going on.
It's so hard to open up to.
It is. I think probably my favorite part since we've started doing this, one, all the neat stuff we get to do with the car. But the biggest thing is the conversations that I've been able to have with people that, you know, sometimes they look at race car drivers as like just they're on a different level. They don't
hard-nosed, like bare bones type people.
Exactly. Well, and I had a lot of drivers from here reach out and say, hey, you know, I've gone through things. You know, I'm someone you can talk to if you need it. When I first came out with it. But no, the conversations that just people will come up and have with me, and it's kind of neat to be an avenue, I guess, in a sense, that someone feels comfortable enough to come up, and even if they don't tell me everything that's going on, just talk with me and kind of vent to me and just let me be an outlet for them. So,
and in the sense that I think of it too, it takes a lot of guts to run a rap like that, especially because, you know, like it's on TV. People kind of know you as like the guy that runs the mental health car too, and it's like it takes a lot of guts to do things like that, especially if you deal with your own stuff. I mean, it's hard. And we talked to the lady from the advocacy center there about a half hour ago, and she says the same thing. The hardest part is opening up and getting to that point of being able to talk and be, you know, voiced and shown like that, like you're doing it. And the car looks great. Tell people about the black and white thing.
So we had the car wrapped. It was all white last year, and I kind of wanted to take it to the next level. And Dre does a really good job of going back and forth with me and kind of getting it to be exactly what I want it to be. It's chilly over here.
Yeah,
the black side is to kind of represent like the dark days, the days that there is no light, just what mental health.
Just trying to get through the day.
It's hard to,
just wake up in the morning.
Exactly.
You know?
Everything's just difficult. But then the white side's kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. You know, that there's going to be good days, there's going to be better days, and every day that you're here is a day to be thankful for it. And there's so many people that love and care and want to help. So I think that's my biggest thing with it, is just knowing that, there's going to be dark days, there's going to be, you know, bad times, hard times, but there's also the good times, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that's kind of where we went with that.
And Cole and I are rap guys. We like, you know, seeing the different stuff, and in my opinion, the raps that have meaning, those are the coolest ones. I mean, the ones that have a meaning behind it and you do it for a reason and things like that. I mean, in my opinion, that sets it apart.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you can ever theme a rap around anything, especially as important as mental health, it's
like
awesome.
Like with RTJ, I mean, you know, simply putting the autism, you know, puzzle pieces in his number. I mean, those little things mean a lot to people.
Oh, yeah.
So, and I know, like, people have done, like, breast cancer stuff in the past and things like that, but nobody's ever done something like that before. And I don't know if you've seen any. I have never seen anybody do something like that.
Yeah, not as far as in racing. You know, I mean, I've seen, you know, ball sport athletes speak out about it, but I've never really seen a mental health awareness themed car. So it's very cool. And I think I agree with you. You know, like it seems like in racing, for whatever reason, there's this stigma about opening up about mental health. And I mean, we've had many nights late in the shop just talking about it, and it's really, really cool to see.
Yeah, and Austin, I agree with what you're saying. You know, race car drivers are viewed as those guys that have it all figured out, and they're like, you know, I'm big, bad, and tough, and you know, I can drive a car 100 mile an hour, go into a corner, and not fear anything. But it's a different type of fear. Fear like that is different than the fear that you're talking about.
Yes.
And that's what's crazy to me. People don't think of it that way, but it's like you are fearless when it comes to racing a race car because you are a small percentage of the world that has the balls to do what you're doing. But in the other sense is you're vulnerable in the fact that there is fear in different things.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's been...
And you probably use racing as an avenue of escape.
It is. That's one thing that racing does for me, whether it's racing the car, whether it's just going to the races, nights in the shop,
probably
getting ready for the races.
Yep.
I've had a lot of conversations with Cole. I mean, late night conversations.
Very late.
Yeah. It's neat to go out on the track, put that out there, and kind of just lay myself out there and let people kind of know what I'm going through, and just let them know that there's someone out there. Because, you know, my main goal when I first got it or first did it was if we could help one person, like just one singular person, then it was all worth it because someone got the message, somebody, you know.
I'm sure it's been way more than one.
I don't know if it's anything you can never really put a number on, but you just hope that people see that, they know it's going to be okay. That's just try and be a light in the tunnel.
Yep. That's good. And, you know, I'm a teacher. I teach high school special ed. I said it earlier, and my students deal with it every day. And the hardest part is when you come from a family that doesn't have the opportunities or doesn't have the income or doesn't have that's kind of where we see it the most is within the families where, you know, home life's not the greatest. That's kind of where it starts. And then, you know, obviously there is, you know, kids out there that have mental health problems that don't come from families like that. But at the same time, it's like, it's just unfortunate that, you know, this is the way we think nowadays. But at the same time, it's just good to have people like you that, you know, represent things like that. And it's just a really good meaning. And it's just really cool that you do it. So,
yeah, no, it's been really great for us. And, you know, I think it's something that as long as I'm racing, we're probably going to have it. We're intertwined at this point.
And I wanted to say, the coolest thing you've probably done so far is the hockey game.
That was
freaking cool.
Fargo was.
So for the people that don't know, before the season started, we had an opportunity with NASCAR to go to the Iowa Wild hockey game, and we chose Austin's car to go up there, and we met so many people.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of people, and people thought you were like the coolest thing. He's like, "Where's the driver at?" You know, because it's like it makes you feel like you're like, "Oh man, I'm kind of cool," you know?
It does, and I'll say that'll probably forever be the coolest place I've drove my race car.
Getting to drive it inside Wells Fargo.
Driving it inside Wells Fargo is it sounds better in there too. It echoes back. It makes it. But no, that was a really awesome experience. Hundreds, thousands of people. My hand hurt at the end of that day signing things, talking with people. But it, again, a great opportunity and conversations with people that don't know me and I've never met, but just felt that they could be open with it. So it's one of those things you can't replace that feeling. Like racing gets you an adrenaline. You can't get it with anything. Well, nothing that I found.
Well, you're a race car driver, and once you get the adrenaline from racing, you can't get it from anything else.
Yeah, no.
Man, I tell you what, I had some serious FOMO from that event. I unfortunately didn't get off work in time to make it, but it was kind of cool that you got to meet my buddy Dawson up there. It's like my two worlds colliding. Like that's my other friend group that lives so far away, and he was sending me videos of you guys. But
it was cool.
That was, and you can thank me because I didn't go. Dawson told me that. Yeah, probably not good odds that we win.
And the game was good, too, because they won.
It was.
Yeah, that's how things always go. You know, I don't go to them, and then it ends up being a great game.
That's probably the first time I've seen a bunch of guys with suits pushing a race car like that. Like, maybe in NASCAR it's happened.
It was like Talladega Nights out there.
But they're like 10 guys in suits pushing the car. It was a neat thing to see. It was just a really neat thing to be a part of.
Yeah, and it goes back to NASCAR being able to do that. We have a cool deal down here. NASCAR lets us do a lot of cool things, and we always like to choose cars that have meaning like that behind that to be able to do that. So we appreciate you doing that for sure. But before we get you off of here, talk about some people that help you. And I know Zach and Casey, you've got a girlfriend now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that you hang out with, and the memories that you make down here are the ones that you're going to remember forever. I mean, those nights after the races, down there having a few drinks, mornings or whatever, those are the days that you're going to remember for the rest of your life. And when it's all said and done and it's over, that's what you're probably going to miss the most. But yeah, go ahead and talk about those people. So.
Yeah, no. So the first and foremost, Boyd Appliance, Zach and Casey.
Who's that?
They're around.
Washing machines or something?
I think it's like just microwaves, maybe. I don't know. No, they're such a big part in everything we do with all the giveaways. They coordinate. Casey does a great job coordinating all that. And
she's like the mom of the group.
She is. She hates it, but she does it every time. And so that's just really cool. Oh, which brings me back to real quick. At intermission, I believe we're doing a little giveaway at intermission.
Are we doing the raffle again?
Yeah, we've got the tickets out
Sounds
there.
Good.
4 of them, 2 gift baskets, lots of goodies in there. I don't remember them all.
Okay.
And some scooters as well. So
cool. Awesome.
But no, they've been a big part. But then there's everybody else that's been a part of it too. Erickson Farms, Hardesty Contracting. They've been on since basically my first year. They've always been great about that.
Since the Blue Bandit?
Since the Blue Bandit. It didn't have all the stickers to commemorate them. Racing is expensive, but they were always there. Stin Drainage, Minor Detailing. Going from Broke Farms, that's another couple of friends that are really great. Wright Farms, they hopped on this year. Or not Wright Farms, sorry, that's the other side. Wright Trucking.
Okay.
And then Garber Tool Supply, Kuhn Chaos, FX Suspension, Nick Woodard, 31 Tire Works. He's been great, helps me out a lot with parts, tire, just everything that I do. He's got a big part in that. So Dad, Curtis, Justin. I'm gone for work all week now, so they've kind of taken over getting the car ready for me, and then I come back and I get to enjoy the fruits of their labor.
Do they clean it too?
Oh yeah, Justin's the
nice.
detailer when he's there. Kurt and I washed it today, so it doesn't look as good, that's why. But there's so many people, and I know I'm forgetting a lot. Darren, he's listening or is going to watch it later. He can't say I forgot him. He's been astronomical. He got me into it. Started out with him, and now he's got one. We raced together. We got the.
So he's got a fleet.
Yeah, we got the little cousins now.
It's like the Hardesty fleet.
It's getting to be a big deal, but it's so cool. I mean, that's another side of it. Racing with your family and door to door, side by side, letting the little ones.
You guys were letting her eat there in practice one night. You guys were side by side for like 3 laps.
We push each other. If he sees me and his peripheral, it pushes him. Same for me. It's a really fun dynamic. And but
now you got a girlfriend too to help you.
Yeah, Blair. I better say thank you to her. She comes along. She hasn't missed nothing.
Is she a race fan?
She is now.
Good.
Got her into it. So.
Well, if you date a race car driver, you have to understand that sometimes the racing kind of overpowers everything.
It does. She knows our weekend plans consist of this now 99% of the time.
That's like the immediate red flag. It's like, well, I'm a race car driver, so weekends are kind of booked during the summertime. So
yeah, it doesn't work to plan too much. We try and make up for it on off weekends or rainouts.
See, I'm marrying somebody that I met down here, so
it works great.
It works great. She works. I mean, she's turned 4, so works good. Now we just got to get you one.
Yeah,
we're working on it. Don't you worry.
Anything else you want?
I don't think so. I am glad we are getting the races in tonight.
Oh man, it was pretty gloomy there for a while. So,
but other than that, I mean, no, I'm excited and I can't wait to see what the night brings, and we'll go from there. Maybe we'll talk to you guys next week, the week after.
That'd be
Victory
really cool.
Lane, I don't know.
It's
hard, but
I said, Austin, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. You're going to get one here soon, and thank you for doing what you did tonight. Thank you for supporting this place. We have a really good group of people down here, a lot of good group of drivers that support us, and those drivers that stick around after the races too, and hang out. Those are the people that keep this place open, and the fans that are here every week. You guys love having fans come down after the races too, and kids and things like that. So, like I said, support your local racetracks, man, because it's getting hard. So, But we appreciate it, and you got a little bit of time here because we're starting a half hour late. So.
I know it's going to be great. Car move back down here a little bit.
You need to go put some clothes on.
I know. I'm sitting here shivering. I guess I do have one more thing. After the races or while the car's still up here, we do let everyone sign the door. Sail panel, quarter panel. That's this year. Boyd Appliance is going to get that. That's going to go up in their store.
Shocker! And Zach wants a quarter panel.
he gets it all. He's gonna have a whole side of a car up there.
He's got a collection.
But no, if anyone wants to sign that, they're more than welcome to. And before the race, after the race, anytime.
Throughout the year, whatever.
Yeah, any day. Doesn't have to be today either.
Yeah. So, awesome. We appreciate you coming on the show. Like I said, this isn't that hard. We're just talking. So
it was a lot easier than I thought.
So, all right, we're gonna take one last commercial break, and we're gonna come back with you here on Pitside Live.
No matter what your insulation needs are, Heartland Foam Insulators is your go-to company. From removal to blow-in to foam, they are ready to go to work for you in any type of building, whether it be an existing house, new construction, a metal building, commercial building, or a unique project. Call Heartland Foam Insulators today at 712-623-4515 or heartlandfoam.com.
Since 1892, Malvern Bank has been building community from 404 Main Street in Malvern, Iowa. For generations, Malvern Bank has been serving local businesses, families, and farms to help them achieve their goals in every step of their lives. From saving for college to planning for retirement and everything in between, Malvern Bank is your full-service community bank, here to help as you plan for the next chapter of your life. Call, click, or stop in today to apply for an account, loan, or credit card. Malvern Bank, we build community. Member FDIC.
Furniture, appliances, mattress sets, lift chairs, bedding, recliners, and more. S&S Appliance, your hometown furniture store in Clarinda, just received a large shipment of appliances. They have a huge selection of stoves, refrigerators, chest freezers, and microwaves. And if you need a mattress set, they have them. Plus bamboo sheet sets. They offer full service from start to finish with competitive price guarantee. S&S Appliance also offers delivery and installation. Stop by S&S Appliance on this.
The white flag here at Pitside Live here down at Adams County Speedway. We are live in Corning, Iowa here, and we're getting a little dark here on the podcast because the sun's just getting into the right place. We're going to work on that here in the future here to get that lighting situation figured out. So we are a little dark on the podcast, so we apologize for that. But I want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors here that make this deal possible. Subway, Red Oak, Shenandoah, Glenwood, and Clarinda. State Farm Insurance, Dave Carbaugh. Farm Bureau Financial Services, Jake Gillespie. S&S Appliance, Malvern Bank, Jay Burdick. Aiken Building Center, located right here in Corning, Clarinda, Creston, and Atlantic. Shore Motor Company, Camblin Mechanical, Best Finish Auto Center in Glenwood. Russell Electric, Damewood Auto Sales, Brower Home Improvement, and Heartland Foam Insulators. We thank you to all those sponsors for supporting Pitside Live and KCSI Radio. And last but not least, we thank KCSI Radio, the West family, Jerry Dietz family, for letting us do what we do here and talk about the races and promote our racetrack. And we really appreciate what they do for us. And like I said, we hope this relationship continues for years to come. So you can see how dark we are right now.
I know. That's what I was talking about earlier. Yeah, we'll get that taken care of. And like I said, I say family all the time, but the other part of it, KCSI Radio is a huge family. So, and we love being part of that, and we're honored to be able to be part of the show. So, other thing, sorry I had to be away. Had to go take care of some things in the pit. But yeah, another thing that we made a little change this week. We got the nominations in for Hall of Fame. I did get the ballot set up. It's all ready to be mailed out Monday. A good list of candidates on there to vote for. All of our voting delegates will be getting their envelope in the mail. So please get those back as quickly as possible. And we'll be moving Hall of Fame to June 7th.
Yep.
We're not going to be able to get those letters out and back and decide and call all the people to get it set up in time for May 20. I don't know what day it was, but it's way too early.
I think it was the third weekend in
yeah,
May.
So there's no way we're going to be able to get all that done.
It was
time,
the weekend after Kansas Speedway. So
June 7th,
yeah.
and we'll get Dre to change it on the schedule. But June 7th, it will be Aiken Building Center night. Love them being a part of us too, but that'll also be our Hall of Fame night. And the other thing about Aiken Building Center is just to get a note out there real quick. I talked to Alan there a couple weeks ago, and he's got a lot of prizes he's going to be giving out to that night, and it's monetary prizes. So you're going to be doing a drawing, and they're going to do 3 drawings during the night for some pretty significant gift cards to Aiken Lumber. So
awesome.
So it's
and
cool
everybody always needs that. I mean,
so
you always need lumber store stuff.
So it's going to be a very significant amount for that.
Good.
So,
awesome.
Other than that, have you guys talked about what's coming up?
No, I mean, we've only got about 4 minutes left here.
So,
but again, tonight is regular racing.
Yep.
We got 6 classes tonight.
With the extra money for the
compacts are $350 to win tonight. Crown Vics are going to get their first race in of the year as well. Hopefully, I think there's more cars coming in that haven't checked in yet. So I know the car count hopefully will be decent. So
I've seen some new cars out there too.
Yep, so. Good. So 6 classes tonight, race fans. We're going to have 6 features. So we are starting a little bit late tonight. Hot laps aren't going to be until closer to 7 o'clock. Due to we want to make sure the track is ready to go, and
we weren't prepared for what we didn't know how long it was going to take us to get the track ready.
Yeah, I mean we were down here this morning, and it was pretty.
It was less than 50.
Yeah, I mean it was like, oh boy, and then
I never said a word.
Then the sun finally came out, and this wind came out, and Cole said it when he first came here. He's like, man, we are really.
I'll be right back again.
We surprised that the track dried as quick as it did.
Well, yeah, when I heard that we were letting it sit until noon because we couldn't get equipment on it, I was like, I don't know, man. Like this, but like we said, I mean, I'm pretty sure the floater was out here adding a little bit of water to it, so pretty amazing. But yeah, you're talking about the turnout. We're kind of like the first night. We're right in that 70 range, but I mean, part of that might be the fact that some guys were scared away because of the weather, but. We got 15 modified, so I mean, you take the blacks out of it. That's about what we had last week, so still pretty solid.
Awesome.
That's an awesome. I mean, modifieds are our premier class, and that's the class we always want to have a good count in. So
and
sport
mods. We got one of our regulars back. I saw Daniel Bodler got his car ready.
And he is not. And Daniel hasn't been here in 2 years.
Yeah. So
he didn't race at all last year.
I know we're still missing some guys that are probably planting beans right now.
Yeah.
That's the whole point, so.
I know. I think Bryce Allen's still planting.
I do believe Brad's not here tonight either. I don't think.
Bergen?
I don't think he is. Well, I didn't see him in stall, but of course you can't tell by stalls because
everybody's
So fans, tonight, make sure you make your way on down here. Unfortunately, we are not on TV tonight, so if you want to watch the races, you're going to have to come down here and watch. Hot laps are going to be around 7. Racing is going to start around 7:30, which is just in about an hour from now. So next week coming up,
stock cars 1,000 to win.
Yep, stock cars are 1,000 to win next week. Hopefully we can get some good stock car drivers down here for that. Cole unfortunately won't be here next week.
Man, I just realized.
I'm going to have a busy weekend though, because Cole's not going to be here because he's going down to Kansas for the whole weekend, but we're going to go down Sunday for the Kansas race. I'm so happy they moved that race back to Sunday so I can actually go down there now.
Well, it's been on Sunday for. See, I'm kind of a mixed opinion. I miss it being a night race.
You like the night race, yeah?
That was so cool. But it is nice.
I think the track with sun though, it makes it slicker and it makes it a better race.
Yeah, we just can't go on a Saturday night.
Yeah, that's one thing.
And speaking of NASCAR, Kansas Speedway is top 3 racetracks on the circuit.
I mean, I'm biased, but I think it's the best track on the schedule. You're not going to find better racing anywhere else.
So we are very lucky.
Maybe Miami.
Yeah.
But
so that's next weekend. So it's going to be a full weekend for us here at the Speedway, as well as we're going to go down to Kansas as well to watch that. We will have a booth for Kansas Speedway in the fall race. We're not doing one in the spring race, but we're going to have one in the fall race. That'll be good. So. Racing next Saturday night again. Race fans, make sure you join us here on Pitside Live again next Saturday night as well at 5 o'clock. Racing will start at hot laps at 6:30, racing at 7 next week. And gentlemen, it's 6:30, so we better.
We got a half hour to get going. The hot lap. So.
Hey, you shouldn't miss your picks this time.
Right.
You're going to have plenty of time to make them.
Doesn't need to press 4, right?
Yeah, but just real quick, folks, please come out. The wind has died down. It's
not
actually
bad.
Beautiful out. I mean, so
it's just
like I said, just bring your jacket.
Weather.
Bring your jacket. It's going to be awesome racing tonight. So looking forward to it. So all right,
race fans. Well, that's going to do it for Pitside Live. For my dad Cliff and Cole, I'm Evan. We'll see you next week on Pitside Live.
Get it?